So depending on how you look at it, perspective is really key. So when I talk about these times, I talk about that. This is a dichotomous time. We're navigating a time where you can say it was the best of time, it was the worst of times. Now, I'm a lover of words. I'm a business major. My undergraduate degree is in business administration and finance. But I have also, as an author and a speaker, I love words and I love the language, the English language. So when I think about this, I think about words like dichotomy. So when we talk about dichotomous times, a dichotomy is a division or a contrast between two things that are represented as being opposed or entirely different. It's a contradiction. So when I start talking about this dichotomous time, that's what I'm talking about. It seems like it can be an oxymoron or an enigma or a paradox. Now, my English teacher at Jackson State would be very happy that I remembered all of those terms, right? So I love those things. Every time when I heard about oxymorons, where a person would say, it's pretty ugly. And I go, oh, that's pretty cool. Pretty ugly, right? It's totally opposite. So when we're talking about navigating this pivot, think about this pivot in basketball. Any other basketball fans here? All right. So for those of you all who aren't, let me kind of explain the pivot in case you don't know. I don't want to take for granted that you understand what this pivot is. So when I am pivoting, I have one foot planted. So for me, that's my left foot that's planted when I'm pivoting. But as my left foot is planted, I can move around and move my right foot in different directions to look for opportunities and look for options. But my left foot is still planted. I'm still grounded in my principles and foundations with my left, but I'm looking around and I'm looking for alternatives with my right. So that's the power when I'm talking about pivoting. That's what I found myself doing throughout this pandemic. I'm still planted and rooted. I still know who I am. I'm rooted in my faith. So I know that for me, I'm not going to fail. But at the same time, while I'm planted and rooted with my left foot, I'm being very strategic and I'm moving my right in order to look and to seek out opportunities, in order to look and to seek out partnerships and all of those different things as I'm pivoting. So keep this visual in mind as I talk about the power of the pivot.